I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Bee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it.
Coach, you may have been involved in the first ever coach trade of any All-Star game ever. Just want to get your thoughts on that in your mind. First for you, Leo.
They announced it? Yeah. That you got traded? Yeah.
What happens when the league's brightest rookie doesn't just shake the table, she flips the whole thing over? When Caitlin Clark walked into the WNBA All-Star Draft, it wasn't just about picking players. It wasn't just about strategy or chemistry. It was about sending the message. And that message? It came with a mic drop that left the entire league stunned and left Sabrina Ionescu smiling in disbelief.
You guys ready to do battle with Brianna Stewart in Indianapolis?
Yeah, I'm going to trade for her too. Oh, that's okay. It's not my team anymore. I'm just rocking up.
Let's rewind. Back in 2022, Sabrina met Sandy Brondello, a coaching legend, not just by title, but by resume. Olympic medals, WNBA titles, a force who'd seen it all, done it all, and lived to teach it. And when Sabrina teamed up with her, it was magic, pure basketball harmony. Sabrina didn't just admire Sandy, she studied her, learned from her, absorbed every detail like it was gospel. She called her incredible, called every moment with her a learning experience. And together, they built something rare, something special. A championship, gold, glory, that kind of bond, you don't mess with it. But
I'm going to start with you here, Caitlin. You said you might be aggressive on the trade market once this opened up. Is there any player that you're looking to get to? And remember, it has to be apples to apples trade here. Starter for starter, reserve for reserve. The good news is you can't go wrong with this type of talent. Anyone looking to make a deal here?
To be completely honest, I love my team. I think they're great. I don't have any intentions of really trading any of them. I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Bee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a rule. So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina. So therefore, maybe Stewie wants to come on over to my team.
Whoa.
Let me know. Bea, you want to give me Stewie?
We have breaking news here. I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star game.
then came the twist, the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft live, unfiltered, full ESPN coverage. Caitlin Clark and Nalissa Smith got named captains, and that's when the fireworks started. First move, obvious. Caitlin picked her Indiana Fever running mate Aaliyah Boston. Solid choice, no shock there. But then, the unexpected. She didn't just build her team, she stole a soul from the other side. She picked Sabrina Ionescu. That's right, the Liberty's Golden Guard. The heartbeat of Sandy Brondello's system. The last person anyone expected Caitlin to go after, and yet, she did.
You may have been involved in the first ever coach trade of any All-Star game ever. Just want to get your thoughts on that in your mind. First for you, Leo.
They announced it? Yeah. That you got traded? Yeah. Oh, I got to go look at all that. Traded? I have no idea what the teams are. Second time in history now. Jeez, as a player, not looking.
Yeah, I don't really care about individual play.
And I got traded, yes. My son hit me up after he goes, I've created history. This is awesome, I got traded as a coach. But look, I get to coach with Sabrina. I'm on Caitlin Clark's in Indianapolis. I mean, what a great show. So we'll go out there and have some fun.
Hello, congrats on the win. The question is for...
Then Caitlin added Satu Sabali, then Aja Wilson. It was a stacked lineup, a team built to dominate. But Nalissa didn't fold. She came back hard, snatching up Brianna Stewart, Nneka Ogwumike, and Paige Bueckers. It was a chess match in real time. Every pick louder than the last, every name a clapback. But then came the real chaos. They weren't just swapping players anymore. They were swapping coaches. Yeah, you heard that right. Caitlin Clark looked straight at the camera, smiled, and said it herself. I don't know if this is even allowed, but I'm doing it anyway. And just like that, Sandy Brondello, the coach originally assigned to Nalissa's squad, was now coaching Team Clark. The WNBA paused, ESPN scrambled, but the league gave it the green light. It was real. It was happening. Caitlin Clark had just pulled off the first coach heist in WNBA All-Star history, and guess who couldn't stop laughing? Sabrina Ionescu. The look on her face said it all, half disbelief, half cosmic serendipity. In one move, she got her coach and got to play alongside the most talked about name in women's basketball. When asked about it later, Sabrina just smirked and said, "You can't get rid of me." It wasn't just a trade, it wasn't just strategy, it was theatrical. A twist worthy of reality TV, but with real emotion, real stakes, real history behind the scenes. Players and coaches opened up. Sabrina reflected on the moment with awe, talked about the honor of being in her third All-Star game, talked about the power of showing up and seeing young fans, boys and girls looking up to her, dreaming their own dreams because she made hers real. Talked about debuting her signature sneaker, the threes, and how surreal it felt. Sandy Brondello, she couldn't believe it either. Said her own son called her after the switch, joked about being traded as a coach, but deep down, she loved it. I get to coach Caitlin Clark. I get to be back with Sabrina. What a show. Meanwhile, Caitlin was already plotting the next move, teasing more trades, more surprises, more mayhem, all while keeping that same signature smirk that says, I know what I'm doing. And then there was the game itself. Gritty, fast, emotional. Sabrina's team showed what they were made of. They held strong in the fourth, battled back from third quarter lulls that used to cost them games. They finally showed what they've been preaching, that if you play smart, stay locked in, and rebound like you mean it, you win. Because this isn't just basketball anymore. This is chess with sneakers. This is drama on hardwood. And Caitlin Clark, she isn't just playing the game. She's rewriting the rules. You know what's wild? It started like any other all-star draft. Good vibes, great players, and a whole lot of cameras. But then Caitlin Clark did something that no one saw coming. Something that had WNBA fans pausing, rewinding, and screaming, wait, did she really just do that? She didn't just build a team, she rewrote the rules. It began with Caitlin smiling into the mic, sounding almost innocent, almost casual. I love my team. I'm not looking to make any big trades, she grinned. But we've already talked about it. We're trading coaches. Wait, what? Not players. Coaches. Yep. With a shrug and a smirk, she said it plain as day. FE is going to take her coach, and I'm taking mine, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. She didn't care if it broke protocol. She didn't care if it bent the rulebook into origami. She just did it. Sorry, WNBA, sorry, ESPN, but we made it a rule. And just like that, history was made. Now, if you're wondering what kind of madness this is, just know nobody had ever seen anything like it. Ever. Even the commentators froze. Wait, did a coach just get traded in the All-Star game? This wasn't a PR stunt. This wasn't a technicality. This was real. And Team Collier? They weren't exactly thrilled. You're making a mistake, Caitlin, she said, laughing but dead serious. Now we've got chemistry, we've got history, we're taking you down. And honestly, she might have a point. But let's not rush ahead because this moment wasn't just about showmanship, this was about legacy. When Caitlin Clark pulled off the coach heist of the century, she wasn't just adding a name to her sideline, she was summoning a legend. Sandy Brondello isn't just any coach, she's a two-time WNBA champ, an Olympic medalist, one of the sharpest basketball minds on earth, and now she was calling the shots for Team Clark. And when she found out, her reaction was perfect. Laughing, she said, I got traded as a coach. My son texted me. I made history. She couldn't believe it, but you could hear the joy in her voice. She wasn't mad. She was fired up. I get to coach Sabrina. I'm with Caitlin Clark. What a show. And that's when it hit. This wasn't just fun anymore. This was real. Real pride. Real rivalry. Real stakes. Because this year's All-Star format wasn't East versus West. It was chaos. Controlled chaos. Fans picked the captains, and everything else, strategy, trades, and shockers, was up for grabs. And what did we get? A sideline showdown between two coaching titans, Cheryl Reeve versus Sandy Brondello. This wasn't some random pairing, this was a rematch. A spark from the 2024 WNBA Finals reignited under the bright lights of the All-Star stage. The last time these two coaches faced off, fans couldn't sit still. Now they're back, leading squads of killers. And this time, Sabrina's standing with her coach again. The same coach who helped raise her game to championship level, the same coach who once said, she has my trust. This isn't just a reunion, it's a statement. On one side, Team Clark, Brondello, Sabrina, shooters, size, swagger. On the other, Team Collier, Reeve, intensity, chemistry, hunger. Two forces crashing head on. But don't sleep on what Caitlin and Sabrina bring together. This isn't just talent, it's fireworks. Caitlin's logo, threes. Sabrina's court vision. Together, that's not a duo, that's a problem. And if Team Collier thought this would be easy, think again. Because this isn't just some flashy showcase, it's war disguised as an exhibition. A battle for bragging rights, for history, for legacy. And Sabrina, she's all in. This moment, this game, it's personal, it's bigger than a stat sheet. It's about respect, about fire. About standing next to the woman who helped shape her rise and doing it with a smile that says, you still can't stop us. And look, let's not forget just who Sabrina Ionescu is. Top pick in 2020, a two-way beast, three-time All-WNBA second team, skills challenge champ, three-point shootout queen, WNBA champ. Oh, and let's not forget that 30-point triple-double in 2022, 31-13-10, a line that stamped her name in league history. She's not just an all-star, she's a force. Now she's teamed up with Clark. If they get hot early, it's game over. So buckle up, this isn't just a game, this is an event. This is a rematch, a rivalry, and a revenge plot all rolled into 4 quarters. Brondello and Sabrina, can they cook up another masterpiece? Or will Team Collier and Coach Reeve bring the storm? Drop your predictions in the comments. Whose side are you on, Team Clark or Team Collier? And don't forget, this isn't just basketball. This is the future of the WNBA. And it's happening right now.